but they are the ones making it. So now it's shifted. It's no longer governments making money now. It's engineers making money, and then it becomes thin air. So you see the point is ignorance. If we know where money started from and how money actually operates, when they introduced the fiat system that is no longer backed by gold, we know that if everybody says this cup is money, it's money now. If we all agree in this world that this cup is money, it's money now. So if people, like you said, there are stores that collect Bitcoin, if they have already agreed that this has value, then that makes it valuable. And then the reason why a lot of people attached it to like Yahoo Boys and all is because of the privacy. You see, what they don't tell you if you read the tiny lines in your account that you open is that you don't own that account. If you read the lines when you open your account, the bank account,
I guess now.
You don't own the bank account.
Make I go come out of my money.
Like for someone like me, I don't actually have any, how would I put, like valuable money that I cannot afford to use that is inside.
Yeah, I have a lot of people like that.
Bank accounts, because it's not yours. It's there, it's written there. That's why you see when somebody says, okay, someone mistakenly sends you money, and then the person gets a court injunction, they will just block your account. They'll now call you. If it's yours, they cannot block your account. So that is why people associate, because Yahoo Boys, I don't like to call them Yahoo Boys. I say social engineers. They're using as a means.
Like that.
I don't like to call them Yahoo Boys. I call them social engineers, because we can utilize the power they have. Actually, if the country is moving well, you should use everything you have to the best of your. If the Americans can do it, have you heard of? There's a team they call the NSA in America. They do the same thing the Yahoo Boys do, but the government uses them to the fullest extent. So, like I said, it's privacy. They can take that money and no one can freeze their money. That is why a lot of people associated Bitcoin with criminals, because in the past, when I get my money as Bitcoin, you can't freeze the money. You can maybe torture me to give you the key, but torture is not legal in the world, according to the United Nations. But you can torture me to give me the key, but you cannot get that key unless I give you the key.
You're right.
But your bank, if EFCC will just freeze your account.
Hold it. You're right.
Yeah. So that's why people associated it with. But now that it's become more common, people have seen that for their own privacy's sake, because it's not all the time that you are a criminal, they freeze your account. But we have government change. This president doesn't like, new government has come, you are not in favor. They'll freeze your account. What shall you do? You go to court for how many years? But remember, you have to eat now.
You're right.
So while you are going to court, you're still spending money that you don't have. This happened to an actual company when they froze their assets. Like the bank froze their assets, or the crypto company. That company went down because they were there fighting battles that they didn't even have money to. They won at the end of the day, but you get my point.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want you to take us through the process. Someone has an amount of money. I don't know the exact amount of money they use in buying this crypto, blah blah blah. So someone has, let me say, 2 million. And the person wants to invest. I'm going to use the invest word that you do not like. The person wants to invest in cryptocurrency. Tell me, what's the process like for the person?
Okay, so you find whichever country you are in, like if you're in Nigeria now, you find your exchange. There are very good exchanges that I can sit down here and recommend, like Binance, Remitano, Quidax. These exchanges, you go there, take your money, put it into like they have this, pay by bank transfer or by card. When you pay, you buy their own, they have like this in-house. So it's the same thing as your Naira, but you have placed it into their hands. Then you can now use it to then exchange for these currencies at whatever rate you want. You see, the thing about a lot of people don't know is that you can buy at whatever rate you want. But the thing is, this is peer-to-peer, so you should be able to know that if you put a rate that nobody wants to sell you their Bitcoin for or their Ethereum for, your order to buy will just be there for a very long time.
In a layman's language, what's peer-to-peer?
So peer-to-peer is I'm buying from you, selling. We are both
transacting.
Transact like trade by barter. Yeah, that's like peer-to-peer. I have Naira, I want Bitcoin. So so I have Naira, I want Bitcoin. You have Bitcoin. So that's peer-to-peer. I'm not going to any central bank or to go and get it. I'm getting to my peers. So these exchanges like Binance, Remitano, they're just platforms that get people to come together and sell between each other.
Okay.
That's
okay. So on those same platforms, they are definitely getting a little percentage.
A tiny percentage. But when you think about it,
someone that is new to crypto has opened a Bitcoin account.
like the thing is, you don't necessarily need a Bitcoin
Need a
account.
Bitcoin
You sign
account.
up to these platforms and they open
Open
the
for you.
accounts
Open
for
one
you.
for you.
So you don't have to go through the process of key. The good thing about these platforms is you don't need to go through the process of saving your private key. They do all that for you, and you just sign up with like your normal banking. But for people who are more private, there is another route. We have things like Trust Wallets, MetaMask. These are I'm keeping my own key.
Okay.
Okay.
You get like the money belongs to me. But mind you, this I would see it as a warning though. If you're keeping your money in places like Binance, Remitano, and Quidax, have it in mind that you are doing the same thing as a bank account already, because if you don't own the key, you don't own the money.
So the key,
Okay.
the key
Yes.
are those other platforms that you just did, the Trust
Wallet, MetaMask, they allow you to
Because-
hold your
Hold your
own
key.
key.
Because I wanted to ask something. As much as there's good, there's always evil.
Yeah.
In as much as there's light, there's
always
always
darkness.
dark. Thank you very much. We even have the dark web. There's no need to go far. So are you telling me that because you said something about freezing of, the EFCC maybe have something to freeze your account? So are you telling me that there are no fraudulent activities inside the Bitcoin market? That there are not people that, we have people that, sell fake BTCs. Come on, we've seen, I've heard, I've not seen, okay, I've heard of somebody that, they are like fake, what are they calling it now? Fake BTC apps. You just go in and, before you know, you swindle all your coins. Do you understand? So are there ways to prevent stuff like this, or are there things to look out for to understand? I hope I'm not falling
So it doesn't
into a
happen
trap.
to you.
Trap.
Yeah.
So this is why I keep on saying that the government needs to embrace cryptocurrency and stop trying to maybe, because a lot of people in the government are like, this will soon pass away. It's never going to pass away. This is going to be here. So long as you see AI and crypto, there's a relation. But if I go into that, we'll be here for a very long time. There's actually a relation between the two of them, artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency. But that's why government has to know that this is here to stay. So government should start setting those regulations. We don't have fake banks. There is no such thing as fake banks. So if there are no fake banks, we should not have fake crypto apps. Because if government sets those regulations, we now know that before you can even open this app, you must
That's
pass through
true.
some requirements
There's a license
and
to
all
get.
and then. But currently now, anybody, and you are right, they have fake wallets. You put your money inside there, it will be showing you that you are buying this thing. But when you try to withdraw,
Empty.
you cannot even withdraw. You start getting visit customer care, and then all of a sudden that app just disappears
Disappears.
from
Just
the
disappears.
app, from the Play Store, the iOS, the Apple Store.
Apple Store.
But it's always good to use recommended. And I say this, and I'm sitting here and I recommend these 3 exchanges. I'm not marketing for them. I don't have any affiliation with them, but based off my experience with them, Binance, Quidax, and Remitano. These are based on customer service, the excellent applications to use. But have it at the back of your mind, your assets can still be frozen in exchanges like this, because government order and they will be asked to freeze your account, and yes, they will have to comply. But when you store your money in places like Trust Wallet, this is a wallet you're holding. So if you have 20 billion is in your pocket. Nobody can take that away from you. So that's the advantage of cryptocurrency. You have that choice to be more like traditional finance, like normal banks, or to store your own money yourself. That's just the advantage. I can choose to store my money myself or give someone else to maintain and manage the money.
People,
Nice,
they
very
have
nice.
money, don't worry. Leave it for them.
So now when it comes to worldwide acceptance of this cryptocurrency, when do you feel like the world would fully accept it? Because whether you like it or not, so there are some people that still have doubts, especially the older people. Do you understand? We're in a tech-savvy world, and we have a lot of young people that are into this. But when do you feel like the world would tend to accept this whole crypto thingy?
Yeah, so I feel like adaptation is already happening. Like, we have a whole country, El Salvador,
Yeah.
has already taken Bitcoin as legal tender.
Tender.
And if a country like El Salvador takes Bitcoin as legal tender and they belong to World Bank, all those, I know they have to remit some money.
Yeah.
Maybe they remit Bitcoin. It means like they have to take the Bitcoin as, legal tender. But that's just some technicality. But I believe that a lot of countries have started opening up. Like the UK is now putting themselves as the crypto hub of the world. They're trying to put them, because the Hong Kong, all this Singapore, Malaysia, these are places that have embraced. So a lot of companies are actually if you check many of the crypto companies, their holdings,
Yeah,
headquarters is in all these countries.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like the more countries accept this, the more Because if the bank, if central bank says this thing is good, use it, most people will start using it. If the bank starts advising people, when you come, okay, as a banker, okay, I have 20 billion naira, I'd like to invest. The banker says, okay, buy Bitcoin. People start seeing that it's not such a bad idea. People start seeing it as, let me use the word invest, I don't like to use. People start seeing it as stocks. People start seeing it as stocks. So if I have 20 billion, I go to them and tell me invest in social stocks, I would do that now. But because of right now, they are fighting it because I know it has created this distrust. Because it's actually distrusting. You know, I have my dad telling me that all these things you are doing, one day your money will just turn to zero. Yeah, people have that, you know, that's
can't take it
fear.
away.
That fear.
But remember that we have had banks in Nigeria fold up and your money turned to zero.
Oh, true.
So you are going to take such risk.
No, I'm trying to let you know that it's impossible with
It's impossible.
cryptocurrency, but with your normal traditional finance,
It can still happen.
it can still happen. But you're not afraid
Okay.
of that because
Okay.
the country has assured you that it will not happen. But it has happened in the
has
past.
No,
happened.
I think why we are not afraid of that is because we can see the building.
We can
Yes, that could be another reason.
we can see
Yeah.
the view that we can see our life. Okay, so my next question is, what's the possibility for one having his or her own digital money for transaction, digital currency for transaction?
Okay, so there is a process to this, and it's a lot of people have their own. For instance, my company builds like currencies for people. So if, for instance, StarTimes wanted their own currency, we'll build it for you, and you have your own currency
we want
on
to.
whichever network that you want.
Oh, Shay.
We want
Yeah,
to.
so there is a process for doing this, right? There are companies that do this already, but the process involves engineers writing your contract for you, because these currencies you see are contracts that are executed on the network, on whichever cryptocurrency network. Maybe that's too like deep.
Because I feel like
know.
when you talk about engineers, scripts, it sounds too complex. I feel like there are too many complexities. Do you understand?
Yes, there is a lot of complexities
Okay.
involved. It's not as simple as you get, but there are companies that do this. Personally, that's what we do.
Okay.
We are everything digital. So metaverse, creating currencies for companies. That's what we do. So if you want your own token, you can get your own token. We have our own native token to our company that you use to, like, if you want to interact with us, you use that particular token to interact with us. But it's that simple. You give us naira and we give you the token. So it's like a trade. But when you want it back, the naira you're giving us doesn't mean that you have lost. If you want it back, you take your naira. But to trade with us, you must use that currency. It just serves as a type of security to make sure that nobody cheats anybody within our ecosystem. Because we're talking about the metaverse, like digital world, a full new world. So we don't want anybody to cheat and say, oh, I transferred it to you, and then no, the GT bank is not working. But when you give us the naira, you take our own currency, you make these transactions. It's safe. So if StarTimes wanted maybe like entertainment token, you want to reward your fans. It's not even just for transaction. You want to reward your viewers at home that watch your show most. You can give them tokens for every time they watch the show. Maybe they scan, whoever is on the show will scan the QR code and they get those tokens. They can redeem those tokens with gifts, maybe like trips to the studio. You can. There are so many things that tokens can warrant. It's not just like for transactions. It has gone beyond that.
Yeah, we've had so much information, so much insight on cryptocurrency from the CEO himself of Alternis, Mr. Chineme Arinze. I hope I got that right.
Yeah.
So much information. And if you must know, the world is advancing in technology every day. I believe by now we even have cars that fly, even if we have not, seen them. You go like drive car with the fly now.
I don't drive one, I don't see me.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chineme Arinze.
Thank you so much for coming on board.
Thank
We
you
had
so
an
much.
amazing
Yeah,
time.
we're going on this short break. We'll be right back.